Hello, 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 everyone. Hello and good evening. Good evening. Um, I was not going to come in here tonight. I was going to take it off, but some things, uh, some things started clicking together today, and I decided I want to come in. I want to let everyone out here know that the little girl, the little girl we were talking about last night. Let me pop her picture up. I'm going to get right to this. Um, Here she is, the 12-year-old missing child that we were speaking of last night. There was there was a gentleman that came into the chat making threats against me. I'm not sure if one of the mods, I thought one of the mods timed him out, but it's possibility I went back. He retracted his statements that he made, meaning he, got worried and deleted his own statements. But it came through. Um, it came through by this gentleman here. Wait a minute. Um, fallen, fallen angel. This gentleman right here is the one. Or at least it was under his name and his avatar that came in, made those threats last night um, against me. Said that he was going to take me out, he was going to take me down, was putting out threats. That's why I assumed that one of the mods probably got a hold of him. Well, as I was researching this little girl's case today, looking to see if she has been found or something, I took note that this particular man that came in our chat last night was a gentleman on her Facebook. He is on her Facebook. How you doing? Crime Crazy. How you doing tonight? God bless you. Miss Daisy. Miss Daisy, how are you, sweetie? Um, Auntie M, I'm so sorry. Number one in here tonight. Number one. Hey everyone. Hey to you, girl. And Karen, how you doing tonight, hun? Number two. Sugar Boom Boom. Hey PG, number three. God bless. God bless. God bless all of you guys. Um, Two-Faced Witches. Hey PG. Hey, how you doing tonight, sweetie? And Danny Lynn, how you doing? Hey everyone. Much love. Thumbs up. Hey, hey, hey. Hey to you. Um, Cool Gamer, how you doing tonight? Says hello, hello, hello to you, sweetie. Robin, hey PG in chat. How you doing tonight, Robin? Wisconsin Mama. I must stop by and say hello, 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 girl. How you doing? But yeah, um, how you doing tonight, Pam? I don't want to miss none of the good people in here tonight. I'm sorry I did not at first take time to meet and greet everyone. Forgive me for that. This situation just had me a little on edge. Just got me a little upset. I did call law enforcement upon this particular subject with this missing child, and you're not going to believe what you heard. You're not going to believe what you heard. Um, and they knew how bad they messed up. They called me back, and I was busy putting on dinner at the time they was calling in, so I had to call them back, and um, then they tried to smooth things over, smooth it over, but you know, or trying to, you know, track me or my IP address or something, or else they just seen the screw up they made. I don't know really why they was calling back, but that ain't the point. The point the point is it's the way the first phone call went, right? It's the way the first phone call went, and that's the one you're going to hear. I'd play you out the second phone call, but I haven't been able to edit certain things out, which gives my some of my information. So I got to edit that out and so forth. But right now, I do got the first phone call. That's the most important one. That's the one you want to hear and you want to listen to. So I am going to share it with you and show you what happens when we, the good people out here, we the taxpayers, we the people, right? We the God fearing, law abiding citizens call in with information how it goes for us, right? How it goes for not just for us, because I'm not upset how it went for me. I could care less about that. What I am upset about is I care how it went for this little girl, 12 years old, missing, and it didn't go good. It did not go good. So I'm going to let you be the judge of how these people handle things, and you'll hear me let them know what I think about it as well. Um, but this little girl who is 12 years old and is missing from this area right here. Here's a map. Um, she was living with her dad in this apartment complex here. Let me go back and take a look here. Okay, stop that. The Avondale Falls Apartments. This is it right here. And if you go back here and take a look, the apartments, where the red is, that's the apartment buildings. This is the area that she lived in. And if you go out onto this road where the white dot is, right there, that's the area where she came up missing. She came up missing off of this road out here that you see right there. So that's what I want to explain to you is the area where this particular little girl rolled a big suitcase and had to obviously be picked up, right, by someone that could drive a car. These are the apartments where her dad resides and where her and her brother, from my understandings, was residing with him. This is the road and the area she came up. This is right here is what you would be seeing if you were standing where she had gotten picked up at off the road. This is what you would be seeing. And if you look south, you would see this. That's the other side of the street. And that's looking back up towards where she would have came down from. So, okay, that is definitely the area where the little girl came up missing from. I don't know if anyone else in the chat took note last night of the man that came in saying he was going to take me down, take me out. I'm sure that some of you had to seen him in here and seen that. Somebody had to see it. So that I'm sure of. I'm absolutely sure of because I seen it. I know others had to be in the chat and seen it as well. And I just, like I said, I thought one of the mods took care of him. I don't know, but how you doing, beautiful sunflower? How you doing, girl? God bless. But yes, he definitely was in here, And he threatened. And as I was looking and searching to see if the little girl had gotten home or she hadn't, um, I noticed that this man is on her Facebook. This particular man, right here, he is. This is her Facebook. There he is, and he's at the top of the list. He's at the top of the list, which we all know what that means. Those are the people you correspond with the most, right? They're always at the top of your list because these are the people you're corresponding with. We always, when we click into someone's Facebook, we always know who they talk to the most because they're at the top of the list, right? Just like he is right now. And why he would come in and do something so stupid as to threaten me, I don't know. I mean, unless someone found his Facebook, and duplicated his picture and name and came in, then it had to have been him, right? It had to have been, and I don't think someone's going to duplicate his picture and name and come into my Facebook that quick. Because, this little girl just came up missing 2 days ago. I just brought her out yesterday. It's the first time she's on YouTube at all, right? And this guy comes running in to threaten me. Now, I had spoke to the mother prior to coming in yesterday. The only ones that I spoke to was the mother. I did not even put anything out on my Facebook about this little girl until after the live was over last night, right? I put I went and posted a missing flyer for people to share. And I posted another one tonight before coming in here for people to share. This actually got law enforcement's number on it. So, with that being said, I don't know how this particular gentleman would have known about, because I told the mother about, the name of my YouTube and everything. And I did ask the dad today if the mom had told him she spoke with me, and he said yes. And I said, well, she must have told more than you or something, because this man came into my chat and, absolutely threatened me. And I don't like that. And I did contact the, law enforcement. And I let him know that the lady I got a hold of, the first phone call I made, rang, and rang. No one answered the phone. Let me go back, because I'm all over the place with this, right? So I'm going to have to slow down to get this right for you. Here's the missing flyer. The first number I called was the 423-299429. No one answered. I recorded it. It went for almost over 2 minutes and something, heading to 3 minutes. No one was answering. So I called the other number. I got a hold of a lady. She wasn't much nicer than the man you're going to listen to. And I have a recording of that too, if you guys would like to hear it at some point. But I said, I'm not going to argue with you about the first number not working. I just wanted to bring it to your attention that no one's answering, and that if no one's there on the weekend, then it should say on there Monday through Friday, right? So that people will know to call the other number if they're doing so on the weekend. And I told her what I wanted to report. And she said someone would have to call me back. And then she got nasty and said, I said, well, when will someone call me back? She says, I don't know. If there's other things, then, it takes priority over. She wanted to do the hospital thing, right? If, you cut off your foot and somebody comes in with a sprain, they'll take them before you, kind of bullshit. Anyway, I would think they got enough doctors to handle everyone, not someone. But she said it would be, she didn't know when. And so we hung up. Anyhow, that's the way that conversation went. Then I call the officer calls me on the phone. He calls me. I answer. And then he gets all out of sorts, and you're going to hear what he said, and it really pisses me off because we had someone in the chat under this person's name, Fallen Angels, last night threatening me. Right here he is. Read his stuff. I mean, this guy, he says, stay the F off my page and away from anything that even has to do with me and mine. You're dead to me. Be not. He also called some other things there that, I'm not exactly going to get into here, but yeah, I'm sure you guys could go read it for yourselves. He's got the Facebook, right? And this is the kind of things he puts up there. Good morning to some of you, and to the rest of you. It don't get no better. He's feeling some type of way, right? He's feeling some type of way. There he is. He calls himself a therapist. I don't think so. I don't think so. Not at all. He is definitely a real freaking something, as you can see. If you tell me the truth, I might get mad, but I'll get over it. If you lie to me, I will not ever trust you again. Your choice. Well, I'm not hard to love. I'm just not easy to play. And he's got some more real winners in here. There you go. I feel some sand coming on. And I guess he licks sugar off the mirror, right? And he feels great when he does it. This is his Facebook. Yeah, this is him. It sounds to me like he needs a therapist, right? He needs one. But he's on her page. He's new to her page. He just recently became her friend, and she just recently ends up missing. And when he came in here, I wouldn't even I would have overlooked all of this had I had not seen him in chat last night threatening me, right? I would not have, have done that. But yeah, this is his disgusting Facebook. That is his disgusting Facebook. And even at one point he says, if I asked you to meet me, would you? And if I asked you to come out and meet me, would you? So he actually says that as well. He disgusts me. It's hard for me to even look at, his crappy Facebook post. Here, if you had a chance to meet me in person, would you? That's what he said. If you have a chance to meet me in person, would you? And then he puts up this kind of stuff. about your name and the candy, things that kids like, right? I mean, a grown ass man, really. It's like he's altering his Facebook to attract a certain age and certain type of people. That's what I'm talking about. And it's possibly, you know, could possibly be a child. I don't know. But, you know, and the one thing I want to show everyone here is he's from Kingsport, Tennessee. He's from the area the little girl came up missing from. He's from Kingsport, Tennessee. I'm right here. As you can see, Kingsport, Tennessee. That is where this is his Facebook. This is where he lives, is Kingsport, Tennessee, the same place the little girl came up missing. So I draw that to law enforcement's attention as well, right? I showed them that. But, let's take a look at that family members. Lawson. Take a look at this because he's related to a lot of Lawsons. There you go. Take a look at the Lawsons that he is related to. Ronnie Lawson's family, right? Lawsons. He's related to a lot of Lawsons. So, and this wouldn't have happened had his name not popped up in the chat, threatening me. Because I wouldn't even, it wouldn't have drawn my attention that he's on her Facebook if he hadn't have been in the chat last night. I wouldn't, I would have never knew who the hell he was, right? Probably wouldn't even stop to figure it out. People have people on their Facebook. So, anyway, yeah, that is crazy, ain't it? That is crazy. So, I'm gonna let you hear me talk to Gomer on the phone down there in Tennessee.
Hey, this is the police department. I was told to give you a call.
Yes. There is a little girl, Maya Haywood, that is missing, 12 years old. I wanted to report to you, she has a gentleman on her Facebook named Fallen Angel. He was in my chat. I covered this little girl last night, put her face out there, let people know she's missing, to get other creators to please show this little girl out there as well. We need to find her. And this man, his picture, his name, Fallen Angel, came in and told me he's going to take me out. He's going to take me down, take me out. Then he retracted his statements. After saying it, he retracted his statements. I thought one of my mods had timed him out, but what he did is he threatened me, then retracted his statements in my chat. He recently has became friends with this 12-year-old little girl. You need to check out her Facebook. He has recently became friends. He's a real weirdo. He's saying that he's some kind of therapist on her Facebook. Why would? And he's from Kingsport, Tennessee.
Are you saying he's threatening your cat?
No, he threatened me. Now, he fully understood what I was saying, and he thought he was going to get a little bit of a laugh out of being an asshole, right? An asshole. And I understood that. So, the little girl is more important than arguing with it or getting angry with an idiot here, right? So go ahead and listen. Not my cat. No, he
said something about a cat.
No, he came into my chat. CHAT. I'm sorry. Chat. Yes, when you're a YouTube creator, you have people that's in the chat.
A YouTube creator.
Yes.
What's that?
Now you know he knows what a YouTube creator is. All of law enforcement knows what YouTube creators are, right? Because we give them hell all the time. So, as you can see, he's wanting to play a game, right? Absolutely. And I laughed it off, right? I just laughed it off and moved. Yeah, he is a dick. Absolutely. A YouTube creator is
Like you just make videos on YouTube?
we do lives. It's a true crime community. We do lives, and we keep the children that are missing, like Summer Wells. I'm sure you're familiar with the Summer Wells case. That's what we do. We keep these children in the spotlight, hoping that law enforcement knows, there's so many people out here that care about these children. Please, please, do their job and find these children. These children don't deserve what is happening to them. No one deserves this.
All right, what do you want him to report here?
And now he's asking me, what the hell do I want to report when I just earlier told him exactly what I was reporting, right? There you go, Gomer. What did you say?
What are you wanting to report?
I want to report that this 12-year-old child has a man on her Facebook that came into my chat last night and literally threatened me, and he could possibly be why would he come in my chat and threaten me? He's on her Facebook. He's on her Facebook, sir. Why would he come in my chat, threaten me, and then retract his statements as if he's scared if he doesn't maybe have her? Don't you think you need to be checking him out?
That's not the situations. You don't even know the whole situation.
I understand that. Now he's sitting there trying to tell me what I know and I don't know, and I've already talked to the parents. Yes, sir, I do know. But from what the parents...
She's not been kidnapped.
She's 12 years old. I understand that he supposedly packed a suitcase, a big rollie, and rode off somewhere for someone old enough to drive a car to pick her up. And when, so this means she's been coerced to do what she has done by some adult. And how do you know that this is not the adult that... And he says right? He says right. Coerced her into doing... You don't know if he told her, I'll hurt or kill your family. I'll do something if you don't do this. And she did it. I mean, she may not have ran away. She may have been scared. She might have been going, because she lives with her dad, she might have packed her stuff and was going to go stay with her mom, and this weirdo got her. We don't know. I mean, right now, we don't know what happened to this little girl. You don't know, and I don't know.
Hold on a second.
That's me lighting a fucking cigarette because he was getting on my nerves. He actually asked me to hold on. An officer. I mean, if I was these parents, I would definitely hire a
All right, you still there?
Yes.
Okay. Here's the situation. I don't know how much you know about the actual situation other than just hearsay from what you've heard on the news. This little girl was not kidnapped or anything. She voluntarily ran away because her parents took away her phone.
From my understandings from the mother, this little girl does have her phone, and it's turned off, and the little girl came home with a new phone. The mom said, where did you get that? She said a friend gave it to her. And that is the phone the little girl has.
Where are you getting this information from?
From the mother, hon. I talked with the mother myself. And I recorded the mother's conversation if you would like to hear it.
No. I think what you're...
No, he don't want to hear the mother's conversation. No, excuse me, sir. You are the one that fucking doesn't know what's going on here, right? You are the one with the misinformation, not me. It is freaking sad when a creator, a YouTube, I'm not even a creator. I just got thrown into this, right? Because I couldn't get out what needed to be gotten out on another creator's platform, right? Because They were using me for a shit show instead of really caring about the children and letting me tell what I knew about the Summer Wells case, right? So we all got through over here. That's how we all ended up here on this channel. So you know what? This is Summer Wells channel, and we all were put together for Summer Wells by God Almighty on this channel, right? And it's sad that we know more about this little girl and the situation than the fucking law enforcement that is the one supposed to be handling all of this, right? Just damn sad. Damn sad. You know why? Because we took time to listen and they didn't, because they don't care. That's the problem. They don't care, right?
Trying to report is more of a detective issue for the detectives.
Are you kidding me? I think that you are law enforcement. How hard is it to find out who this fallen angel is? And he's in Kingsport, Tennessee.
That's not
right
a real
there.
name.
Did you hear there's that? People on there. What's the lady's name that knows this particular man?
What are you talking about?
Hold on a second. There's a lady named Leahj Morgan that actually is on this man's Facebook that says, she knows him, hasn't seen him in like 20 some years. Maybe you could check into her and find out who he is. Simple as that, right? Simple as that. Now listen to what he tells me. It's that simple.
But it's not that simple.
Oh my, well it would be for me, hon.
Okay, then why don't you do it? Because the issue is you're telling me to do something I don't have the ability to do.
Did you hear him tell me to do his job? Did you hear him tell me to do his job? Can you freaking believe this? He tells me to do his job. And you know what? I'm sure I could. Absolutely. Yeah, exactly. What the F, right? Exactly. Yeah. Oh, there's more here.
You're just assuming I have the ability to do it because you want me to do it.
Ain't you law enforcement?
Yes, but that's not how that works. I'm not a detective. I don't have access to the stuff they have.
But ain't you supposed to be taking down the information and pass it over to the detectives that can get it done?
Yeah, but your information is not... I don't know where you're getting this information from.
It's coming off of the little girl's Facebook. This particular man just recently became friends with her. She just recently became missing. Wow.
Well, if you want to call Detective Monday and talk to them, you can, but right now there's nothing that I need to report.
You're kidding me. Okay, well, I would definitely let her father hear a recording of what you're saying to me right now, and he can take it from there. You have a good day, sir. You have a good day. All right. This is why kids ain't getting found in Tennessee.
Okay.
There you go. There you go. There you go. Unbelievable, right? Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. That's what I'm talking about. That right there is, these people have no brains. They have no anything. Most of all, they just don't give a damn, right? They don't give a damn. I mean, he didn't care that I got threatened, right? For putting this little girl's picture out there. Didn't care that I got threatened for putting her out here, right? For putting out, the areas where she was and disappeared from, right? Putting out the sicko that, is on this little girl's Facebook, right there he is. Right there he is. Top of the list. No, I mean, if she wasn't corresponding with him, he wouldn't be there. here he is. He's showing us what a weirdo he really is right here, right? And how, I don't know him and wouldn't freaking want to, right? Absolutely wouldn't want to. And I'm giving him all the information, even the lady's name that does know this guy, and they could contact and find out in 5 seconds who he is, but they're not going to do it, right? And is this the problem? Is this the problem right here? Because he is related. He is absolutely from Kingsport, Tennessee. And right here is, the pack of Lawsons that he is related to. That, as you've seen, his relatives, damn near all Lawsons, right? So there you go. There you go, right? There you go. And right here, as I said, freaking on Gomer Pal answering the phone. Gomer Pal. There you go. Gomer. Oh, I don't understand what you're saying. Citizens arrest, right? Yeah. There you go. Fucking Gomer with a gun. That's what I'm talking about. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. And I'm sure they got fucking Barney Fife somewhere around there as well, right? They got Barney somewhere around there also. I'm not doubting that a lick. Not one lick. Eden, I so appreciate it, sweetheart. Absolutely. For having the patience of a saint. Thank you for trying. Oh, God bless. God bless. I so appreciate that. Absolutely. Yeah, Fallen Angel, if you're in chat, come up on panel. Absolutely. Come up here and threaten me. Come up here and threaten me. Where over 200 some people can see it, right? Come in here and threaten. You did it last night. Why not tonight? Why not tonight? Come up on panel. I put a link out every 5 minutes there. Fallen Angel. If you was watching last night, you certainly watching tonight, right? So bring that ass on in. Or are you a coward like you went and took back your statements after you made them? Yes, they were seen, and they were seen by more than me. I'm sure there's witnesses that seen the same statements last night being made in the chat. Absolutely. So, and actually, if you wouldn't have brought your dumb self into the chat the way you did to threaten me, I wouldn't have took note of you on her Facebook today, right? So really, you kind of got yourself in trouble by doing what you did, right? That's what I'm talking about. I don't even know how he found my life. I talked to the mother. I talked to the mom before I came in live last night to let her know I'm putting her daughter out here, in the YouTube world, hoping that other creators pick her picture up and, and put her upon their panels as well. Share the flyer. Let's get her name out there. Let's let everybody know that this little girl is missing and she needs to be found. Because a lot of people, in like someone else's chat ain't in our chat, right? A lot of people go into, like take Dolly, for instance. He's got a lot of people we don't have. You take, Boarhorn Betty. She's got a lot of people that ain't here as well. She has some that are and some that ain't. What I'm saying is that's why it's important for all of us to share, because all of us are going to get the picture out to different people. And that's what this community is about, right? Like there's a lot of people in cams. I know me and Cam go at each other a lot. And, I'm sorry about that. But when it comes to stuff like this, we need to stick together, right? We need to stick together because this is what we do. And he has a lot of people that will see this that, won't see it here. And that's why I asked the creators, please, share the info. And I tried to share info as well, right? If they put out a picture of a new kid, then I tried to bring it to the table as well to help out to find the child. It's all about the children. It's not about us. It's not about our fighting or arguing and our BS amongst one another. It's about these children. And we really should be working together, right? Not fighting. I am so done with the fighting because I'm starting to realize, that, it's super, super, super important. It's super important for us to get along and work together for these children, right? These children are really why we're here. We're not here to be arguing and fighting and carrying on amongst one another. We're here for them. And, this is what we need to be doing. This is what we need to be doing. This little girl needs help. And you've seen how that law enforcement just spoke to me, right? Telling me to do their job. Not even listening. They don't even want to listen, right? They don't even want to listen. This is a child. And God only knows who and where she is. I mean, I hope she makes it back home safe, right? I really do. I hope she makes it home safe. But how did this particular person know that? How did he know that I was covering her last night? How did he know? The only person I talked to before I came into the live last night with this little girl's picture was her mother. So her mother's got to say, who did I tell? And who could have got this to this particular person? Unless the mother knows this person, or unless the mother talked to law enforcement or something, and because he is a Lawson, right? He is a Lawson. I don't know. I don't know how he, he knew about. I did tell the mother about, our YouTube, and that, she could even come up on panel to talk, with everyone. I told the dad today, that I am a YouTuber, and I asked him if his wife spoke to him. He said she did speak to him as also. And when I first called him up, I asked him if he indeed was this fallen angel guy, right? I asked him because I wanted to know if he was the one in my chat last night, possibly. And he said no. The dad is on the Facebook, his daughter's Facebook. Yes, he is on there. I found him. And no, he is not this man. This man has just, like I said, recently got on her Facebook, and she just recently ends up missing, which, and then, which would mean, really mean not a lot, right? It really wouldn't mean you should check everybody, no stones unturned. But it really wouldn't mean a lot until the guy came in here and said, he's going to take me out. He's going to take me down. And then he retracts his, deletes what he said. Like a coward he is, right? Like the coward he was. And I don't know. Beautiful sunflower. A 12-year-old, I don't let my kids on Facebook. I don't let them on Facebook. You ain't going to find them on Facebook because they don't have one. You will not find them on TikTok. They don't have one. You're not going to find them on any social media sites whatsoever because they don't have them. I don't allow it. Absolutely not. It's too dangerous. It's too dangerous. And not only that, but like the creator of all of this, I want my children to not be on it. The one that created all of this don't want his children on here, right? He sends his children to a school where there is no computers so they can live a normal, interacting life like people have all down through history. He believes in the front porch. He believes in the front porch and people talking on it. He believes in people, knocking on the door to visit, not trying to figure out what's going on through a box. And that's how I want my children raised as well, right? I want them, when they interact, I want them to be interacting with real people that I can see, right? I know I can see, not a bunch of people I don't know nothing about. That shit ain't happening. It's too dangerous. Yeah, absolutely. And like, this guy could have been, he could have had like Brandon Lawson on his Facebook, but thanks, JR. JLR, you got Brandon's Facebook shut down. Good for you, because he'll make one in a fake name now and be on there, and no one will be able to know or see what he's doing at that point, right? He'll just make another one in a different name, and that people can't, that people can't track. So, when you think you're doing something like that, you're really hurting it more than you're helping it. You did not help nobody by having his Facebook shut down. That was stupid, right? That's information lost. Just, I don't know. The YouTube community does a lot of good, but yes, it does a lot of harm as well. Absolutely. They don't, you need to really think before you make decisions, right? You need to really think about it. The down the road future consequences of everything. Yes, Molly, he did. He did it to multiple suspects. I don't know what he's thinking either. It's a smart idea to get their social media shut down. I don't know why he thinks it's a smart idea to get. What you don't understand is when you get their social media shut down in their name, they'll just make a fake one, and now nobody really knows who they are or what they're up to, right? It's just this dumb shit. Dumb shit. I don't care what anybody says. That's not smart at all. He's not, he's not helping. He's not helping the righteous side. He's helping the evil side, because when he does that, the person's like, oh, well, I'm glad you did that. I didn't think about doing that, and I might have screwed up on there. So, hey, you did me a favor, right? You're right. I should get that in a different name. Then I can do my stuff and nobody will know. And that's what they do, right? It is what they do. And I mean, you're talking about criminals here. You're talking about criminals that you need to learn to be smarter than them, not help them by, not help them by doing stupid shit, right? For them. I don't know. It's just people, all of our minds don't operate the same. That's a shame. Um, exactly, Trevor. That's true, hon. And I totally agree with you. They're not supposed to be. They're not supposed to be on social media, but they will be anyway. It's like saying, a felon ain't supposed to carry an armed, a firearm, right? They ain't supposed to own a firearm. Well, they're going to have them anyway. They're going to have them anyway, and they're going to illegally have it. So that's the problem. That's the problem. And the thing is when we get them shut down, now we don't know what name they're going under, and who to track any longer. We got to think smarter, right? We've got to think smarter. The best thing to do is leave that alone so we can keep an eye on them, right? We can at least track and follow their activity now that now that we know that what they are. Now we have an opportunity to watch them, right? To be able to track them and see things, and indeed they do something, down the road. We could right there could be the proof that we need, you know, to have them arrested. Well, Facebook has a policy against them. That's why they shut them down. Okay, but you don't understand. They're going to get a new one now under a alias name. They're going to open a new one under an alias name. And now, how are you going to track them now? How are you going to find out what they're doing now when you shut them down like that? I mean, if Facebook, you know, gets looks into it, if they do the detective work and closes them down, um, great. There ain't nothing we can do about that. But as long as Facebook ain't shutting them down, it gives us the opportunity to know where they're at and know what they're up to when it comes to social media, because they're going to be on social media anyway. Now we just don't know who to look for or how to track it or follow it anymore. So basically, all you did is lost the tracks to this person. Uh, you know, I know the rules too, but I know the rules as well. But what I'm saying is, I'm not going to report them. I'm not going to report them because I know how important it is to keep track of them. That's what I'm saying. I know they're going to get another social media account in a fraudulent name, and now that you can't track them or keep sight on them any longer. And so why am I going to help them? Why am I going to help them to achieve that even more disgusting, underhanded, evil goal that now they set for themselves? Why am I going to help them achieve that? That don't make no sense. The Bible tells us to not be, to be as wise as a snake. Don't be a snake, but be as wise as a serpent, right? Be as wise. If you got the snake where you can see it, you probably want to keep it where you can see it, right? You ain't going to turn your back on it. That's what I'm talking about. I was speaking of the 12-year-old little girl that came up missing out of Tennessee, and went to sheriff's department. The sheriff's department was saying about how I should do their job. That's what we were talking about tonight, sweetheart. I'll go back over it again for everybody new coming in. This is the little 12-year-old child. This is the 12-year-old child missing out of Tennessee. She is 12 years old, a female, brown eyes, dark brown hair, 5 foot tall, 100 pounds. Last seen wearing red and black checkered sweatpants, gray jacket, and red and black Jordans. That doesn't make a hill of beans because she took a whole suitcase packed full of clothes and whatnots as well, right? One of them happens to be the phone that this law officer was telling me was taken away from her. No, Mr. Law Officer, you needed to listen to the dad. Yes, the young lady came home. She came home about a week ago with a phone, with a new phone in her hands, a different phone. Mom says, "Where did you get that from?" Oh, a friend gave it to me. She did not say what friend. Mom did not push the issue, the ticket. She said, I guess it was one of those, oh, okay, type deals. And Mom didn't question it because I don't know why. I don't know why. But anyhow, long story short, Dad did take her phone away from her. Dad did take the phone away from her the night before. The night before she came up missing, he gave it back to her the next morning. She had her phone back. That was not why she ran away, because she already had the other phone, knowing that she needed to turn that phone off so she couldn't be tracked. So whoever had her rolling her big rolling suitcase away already gave her a throwdown phone, and she didn't care about if Dad took her phone or not. She already had another phone, and she knew her phone wasn't going to be useful anyway. It was going to have to be turned off, right? So whoever coerced her into doing what she did had already set her up with a phone that could not be tracked, right? And let her know that the other phone has to be turned off. She does have the phone, her original phone with her, and it is turned off wherever she's at. She is using a phone that whoever is keeping her right now, or whoever took her, actually met up with her and had gave her at some other point in time, which was like a week before she came up missing. That's what, I'm trying to tell people. And this gentleman is new on her Facebook. He's new on her Facebook. I wouldn't even be suspecting this man had he not come into the chat last night and threatened me. I would not have suspected him at all. That's the truth. I really wouldn't have. Um, from what I understand, no, she has not done something like this before. Absolutely not. Yeah, he came into the chat last night, Denny, and threatened me. Said he was going to take me out. He was taking me down. Um, and then he deleted the comments. I seen them. I seen them. I didn't know. I just thought it was some troll. We got trolls in here all the time saying stuff, right? I didn't know who it was. Um, I did have no idea who it was until I was going through her Facebook again today to see if she had, she indeed got home. Checking news articles to see if they found her or not yet. And um, and then I, went through her friends list and seen him at the top of it. And I was like, wait a minute. Yeah, that was the name of the guy last night. Absolutely. That was definitely him last night. They came in, fallen angel. Um, there's just some names that are going to stick with you when you're in the YouTube world and you look up at people's names, right? Um, in here, like, beautiful butterfly is something that's, that's just going to stick with you. Where's summer? That's going to stick with you, right? You're going to stick with you because you asking that question in your own mind. So a, a lot of this is going to, definitely hang with you. Like when I came in tonight, I had, um I had the witch, two-faced witches come in. And it's because I was like, for one, Two-Face hit you, right? Two-Face hit you because a lot of people are that way. And then they called them witches, and I was like, oh, okay. Um, but it drawed my attention, right? So if I was looking now tomorrow, I went, searching a child, and I seen that on the child's Facebook. I said, well, wait a minute, you know, that was on my Facebook. I seen that. Somebody was there with the same name. You're not going to forget it, right? Once you see something, you're not going to forget it like that. And he was definitely in here last night. Did anyone else see him? Did any of you put a 1 in the chat? If you actually saw this man, fallen angel, in a chat last night, and he said, PG, I'm taking you out, or I'm taking you down. Yeah, there you go. Deputy Sheriff said he saw him. That is why I made a name, because when you see my name, you won't forget it. And Summer's name will always be in your head. Absolutely. Yeah, Auntie M says, yes, she saw it too. Molly seen him as well. Yes, he was in here. I know. I saw him. I absolutely saw him, and he was threatening me. Beautiful Sunflower says, 1, I deleted it. Oh, I thought it was just a troll. Yeah, Wisconsin Mama said she saw it as well. Yeah, he was definitely in here. He was in here. So, yeah, I seen it. So, exactly. I mean, I knew what I saw. I mean, I'm a very confident person due to the fact that I have a memory like a steel trap, right? If I want to remember something, or I see something that draws my attention, I don't forget it. You tell me something, and I'll be able to tell you exactly what you said 10 years later. That's just how, my mind is, and it works. I'm not bragging on it. I'm not bragging on it at all, because I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. Sometimes I don't like it. Sometimes I don't like remembering everything. Right? It can be a blessing, and it can be a curse all at the same time. So, by all means, I'm not bragging. It's just, I know who I am. and especially how my memory is. So yeah, I got in here earlier tonight. Well, that guy was threatening me. I had to get in here and tell everybody before, before he made plans to come get me. Right? I had to beat him to the punch and get some witnesses. But hell. Oh, absolutely. I do tell the truth. Yeah, Eden, absolutely. Sometimes I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie. I've prayed that the Lord wipe my memory clean a few times. I really have. I don't want to remember. Some things you just don't want to remember. They feel like they can destroy your body, mind, and soul, right? Yeah. Yeah. It can be tormenting. It can absolutely be tormenting. And trust me, I felt like banging my head off the wall sometimes to try to forget things that's stuck in there, right? I just don't want to remember. Don't want to know. Don't want to remember it. Don't want to think about it. So it's no giant gift, right? It's no giant gift to freaking have an elephant's brain. That's true. Oh, that is so sweet, Ronald. God bless. Yeah. And then not only that, but this guy that absolutely, threatens me, right? And it was his name, it was his picture. It was his picture. I couldn't forget the picture. The real close-up face shot. Man, that was some scary shit. Yeah. And and then just look at this. I mean, would you really want that threatening you? Hell no. And then to add icing to my cake, right? My shit cake, that threatened me. I get to find out it's a bunch of Lawsons. Just got somebody with 20 years down to 1. What the fuck? And then I call freaking Gomer Powell up, and Gomer Powell wants to tell me to do his job, right?
To do. You're just assuming I have the ability to do it because you want me to do it.
Ain't you law enforcement?
Yes, but that's not how that works. I'm not a detective. I don't have access to the stuff they have.
But ain't you supposed to be taking down the information and pass it over to the detectives that can get it done?
Yeah, but your information is not... I don't know where you're getting this information from.
It's coming off of the little girl's Facebook. This particular man just recently became friends with her. She just recently became missing. Wow.
Well, if you want to call Detective Monday and talk to them, you can. But right now there's nothing that I need to report.
You're kidding me. Okay, well, I would definitely let her father hear a recording of what you're saying to me right now, and he can take it from there. You have a good day, sir. You have a good day.
All right.
This is why kids ain't getting found in Tennessee.
Okay. You have a good day.
There you go. There you go. He didn't give a damn that the guy threatened me. Right? He didn't give a damn that he might have this little girl. They didn't give a damn about none of it. None of it. You know what his job was? His job was to find out who this guy is and show up at his house ASAP to see if this 12-year-old little girl is in any danger or with that person, right? That's his job. And I'm going to tell you something. Back in the day, that's what law enforcement would have did. Law enforcement would have took that shit serious, and they'd have went and seen who this person is, and indeed if they have anything to do with this little girl. And why the hell are they on her Facebook, right? But they done nothing. They done nothing. As you seen him saying, I can call back on Monday. That little girl might not have till Monday, right? She might not have till Monday. He don't know. He doesn't know. I don't know. His parents don't. You know, her parents don't know. Nobody knows. None of us know. None of us. Yeah, call back on Monday. Call back on Monday, ma'am. Because I know fucking more than you do. No, you didn't listen when the parents talked to you, you dumb bastard. You didn't listen. I did. Right? I listened. Gomer. Yeah, Denny, I did. I called the dad back and told him. Absolutely. I let the dad know. I absolutely let the dad know. I have no problem. I have no problem letting the parents know everything that's going on. Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. He would care. If it was his little sister, if it was his niece, if it was his daughter, you bet your ass. I'm going to tell you what, if it was any of law enforcement's child, sister, niece, and cousin, it would be being found, right? They'd have took that information to the bank, right? They'd have took it to the damn bank. They'd have 5 people calling me back on all of that, right? Getting to the bottom of it. But, you know, this is what happens when it's, you know, tax-paying Johnny out there, right? The ones that they're supposed to be working for. That's the service tax-paying Johnny gets. Is called back on Monday. Yeah, we need to turn it into TBI, Molly. Absolutely. We need to turn it into TBI. Yes, we do. And, you know, feel free. Any creators that are on here, please feel free to use the material that I'm putting out tonight. Please feel free to use the flyer, to use the phone conversation this particular officer put out and was acting the way he was acting. Feel free to use it. Feel free to use the pictures of the man that was in here and threatening me. And the fact that he is got a shitload of family named Lawson in Kingsport, Tennessee, where he indeed lives as well, and the little girl came up missing from. So yes, please, by all means, feel free to use any of the content you want. I will not report anyone. I haven't ever reported anyone before. I will not report anyone if you want to use the content. All content put out on this channel is to help these children. Is to help these children. And if someone's playing it and they're getting it out to new people and new ears and eyes, I'm not going to report that. I'm going to thank God. I'm going to thank God that it's getting everywhere it can possibly get to help these children out, because that is what we're supposed to do. I wouldn't care if if another creator right now was live streaming this. I would not care. It doesn't matter what creator, because it gets it out there to all kinds of different people, and that's what we need to do. That's our job. That's what we are here for. Let's bond together and get it done. Let's bond together and get it done. I got right here, the little girl. Let me take this down. This right here is where the dad lives. The dad lives here in the Avondale Falls Apartments. And out here where the white spot is, when you go follow the blue out of there down to where the white dot is on the road, that's where she disappeared from. University Boulevard is where she disappeared from. And I even got, this is the apartment complex. This is what the apartment complex looks like that she lives in. This is down where the white spot was on the road, where she actually rolled the suitcase to. This is the last place she was seen, is out here on this road. 2 minutes in a vehicle. 2 minutes in a vehicle, so it would probably be like about 15, 20 minutes from her house walking. If you're walking, what would take you 2 minutes to drive would probably take you, because, they say 2 minutes, but it's really more like 4 or 5 minutes, right? So it would probably take her a good 10, 15 minutes to get down this far to be picked up. This is the last place that the little girl was seen, was right here on this road. Right here, in this area right here, is where she was seen. And she disappeared from. This is what was surrounding her, where she disappeared from. Right? This is up the road. This is on one side of the road. This is down the road. This is across the street, right? So this right here is the very area that the child, was missing from. It's right here. And obviously someone was waiting to pick her up. If I had to guess, either they were waiting over here in this parking lot for her to pick her up, or they picked her up in this area right here. She may have went down through here and waited for them to get her, or she could have just been right here somewhere on the side of the road, right there on the side of the road. As you see, cars are coming down through there, right? Cars are coming. Someone could have just came on down and been waiting, and down through here and picked her up. They could have been anywhere in this vicinity right here. Obviously she knew who they was, because they had gave her a throwdown phone about a week prior to this, right? They gave her a throwdown phone a few days before all of this went down. So, if your child, if my child was, If my child came home with a phone, right? She came home, even if she was visiting with my family, and she comes home with a phone, and even my sons, it don't have to be my daughter. It could be my sons. If any of my children came home, they got a phone. I would want to know where that phone came from. Yes. I want to know who the hell gave it to you. And then I want to call the person and make sure that is the truth, right? I want to make sure that's the truth. I'm not accusing my child of stealing or anything, and it's not my child that I don't trust. It's not my child I don't trust. It's people that could have been around my child that I don't trust, right? Because when my children ain't with me, I'm not sure who's around them, and I want to know who's around them, right? And if someone gives your child a phone, I certainly want to know who the hell that was, right? Because they're going to have the number to that phone. They're going to have the number to that phone. So I want to know where it came from, who it came from, and then I'm going to check it, right? Because I have a need to freaking know. Oh, somebody had to pick her up. I mean, I don't think she's on a park bench with a big old rolly suitcase. I don't think that she's on a park bench somewhere with a big old rolly suitcase. This was all pre-planned. I mean, whoever gave her that phone, I can guarantee you is probably the one that picked her up. They're the one that knew she was going to have to ditch her other phone, and they wanted to make her feel comfortable that she's got another device to work off of, right? This person is crafty, and they know certainly what the hell they're doing. Whoever she is with, they knew how to play her to the fullest. Yeah, she's only 12 years old. She's a kid. She's a child. And, and I think there's foul play. Anytime an adult person coerces a child into doing something a child ain't supposed to do, a minor 12 and under, there's foul play. In my book, if an adult coerces a minor 18 and under to do illegal activity of any type of illegal activity, it is foul play, right? It's like take Candus. Take Candus Wells, for instance. She had H in her custody that day. Candus Wells is an adult. She is a grown-ass adult woman that went out, took this boy out, and she gave him one twisted tea, illegal alcohol, right, for a minor. She hands it to him. She buys, vapes, right? And she gives this minor also vapes. Illegal, right? It's illegal. Contraband for a minor. They're not supposed to have it, right? They're not supposed to have it in their possession. 21 and over. 21 and over. That's it. But yet Candus Wells, illegally gave it to a minor, knowing it was illegal. She's not stupid. She knows it's illegal. All adults know the law. And point being is, anytime you take an adult and that adult takes a child off and does what Candus Wells did that day, it is foul play. It's foul play. if you ask me, it's foul as hell. It's disgusting, right? That's a way to look at it. No, she didn't get a charge for it, CJ. Absolutely not. You know, how rude was that? How rude was that? We have open panel here all the time. All the time we have open panel here. I took note that Travis was in the chat this evening, and Travis is he's an advocate as well for missing children, and he was having a toy drive for the children. I did post that on my Facebook. He helps a lot of children at Christmas time to have gifts, you know, that without his help and the help of others helping him, these children would be giftless, and he does help them. And Travis Lee does do that. And you know, I just want to put it out there that, you know, he is doing a toy drive this year. If anyone would like to help, that would be amazing. They, you know, help put some Christmas gifts under the trees for these kids that, you know, like the Wells kids and a lot of other kids, maybe even this little girl that's missing right now, that's 12 years old, right? I don't know how the family's financially set, but you know, I do know there's a lot of children out there that can absolutely, you know, use the help, and they're very grateful when they get up in the morning and something is under that tree. So, you know, if you want to do a good deed, that's an awesome good deed to do right there, is help out with the toy drive. And I know that, you know, there's toy drives, you know, right there in your community. I'm sure that everybody has, you know, you go into stores and there's names on trees that you can pick and you know, buy gifts for, and it gives you the instructions, you know, if it's a boy, the age and everything, and where you can drop the stuff off at. So, you know, this Christmas, you know, remember, it's all about giving. Jesus is the reason for the season. And, you know, if you get an opportunity and you actually can, you know, afford to help a child out there, please, by all means, open your heart and do so. Please open your heart and do so. Prayer Garden of America, she just commented on her dad's post. Well, ain't that something? Ain't that odd that she just posted on her dad's post, and we come live about her, right? I mean, is she with that guy? Someone obviously knows, is watching this, right? I'm just wondering who. And I'll tell you another thing, that the parents better worry about is the person with that phone of hers, the person that's got this phone, this throwdown phone that the parents don't know even where the hell it came from. This person could have photos that they're posting out, as if she's still there, and she's not there any longer at all, right? What I'm saying is, we all know from Candace Wells how she was trying to how she was trying to take away photos, and she was trying to trying to alter and put in photos like they were, they were there at certain times when they weren't, right? What I'm trying to say is the parents, just because your little friends are getting pictures of your daughter does not mean those pictures are being took right now. It don't mean she's okay and they're being took right now. These pictures could have been took at any time, and they could be being sent out to keep law enforcement away in time for this case to get older. Be very careful. Be very careful, right? And, is that his daughter posting on his Facebook right now? Or could it be some grown ass man, right? The very person that got his child. We don't know. Law enforcement don't know. Nobody knows who is posting what, right? I mean, I hope that this child is okay. I honest to God hope it is her. I hope it is, she is all right. But I also fear very much that she's not, right? And someone else is running everything. You got to fear that as well. You better be smarter than these damn criminals. Someone talked this little girl into wandering away, right? Someone talked this little child into wandering away. If she can't tell her dad where she's at and to come pick her up, then it may not be her. Exactly. And I would be careful if I was dad. I'm not saying I wouldn't go there, but I would go there with, police backup, because dad might show up and not get to walk away as well. Right? Exactly. If a child, right? A lot of times they'll say, I'm going to call and I want you to, say this, and this. And if you don't, and most of the time the person will, right? Because they know what danger they're in. I mean, you got to do what you're being told to survive yourself, right? And they're not, you don't understand, she don't have an old phone. She only has the phone that her parents are paying for, and she's got it with her and it's turned off. See, what happened was, is she came home about a week ago with this new phone, this throwdown phone. Mom says, "Hey, where'd you get that phone?" She said, "A friend gave it to me." Oh, okay. No more questions, I guess. And, I would think you say, "Oh, really? What friend? Who would be so kind to give that to you?" That is really awesome. Who let you have it? And Mom should have checked out where it came from, right? Mom should have also, gotten a hold of it and found out, who the carrier is, if there is a carrier, right? Names and phone numbers in it. if there was any. I mean, your kid has to go to sleep, right? They have to go take a shower, get in that damn room, check that shit out. That's your job. That's your job. Your job is to be nosy. This is your child. That's your fucking job. Oh, I want to give my child, not me. I'm not giving my child no privacy. My child's a fucking minor. I want to know everything going on in my kid's life. I have a need to know, especially in today's world, because this world is so damn unsafe. You have to know. We have to know, right? I mean, you know, I know my mom read every scratch of paper I left laying around. And if she could read all the paper I'm leaving around, including those things called diaries, then I sure to hell am going to do it to my child too. I'm going to let my mother be smarter than me? I don't think so. And children are our business. Yes, our children are our business. And who's hiding this child? I'm going to tell you, whoever's hiding this child is definitely not a good person. It's definitely not a good person. And anybody that would take a 12-year-old child, it's bad enough when you let a 16, 17, right? 16, 17-year-old child try to hide out. But when you're letting a child 15 and under hide out, you're a sick bastard. I think that you need to be, reported to the law. And I'm sure there's some type of law against harboring a minor. I'm sure that's what it's called, is harboring a minor. And yes, it is against the law. And I would prosecute the shit out of someone to the fullest of the law if they ever did something like that with one of my children. And I don't even give a damn if it's family. I'd still prosecute the shit out of them, right? There is no excuse. No excuse to keep, to do something like that. None whatsoever. I personally believe that I think that Summer's case is suffering from the Gomer Powell and Barney Fife syndrome. A couple fucking morons running the place. That's personally what I think it's suffering from. It's people that don't want to do their jobs, and a whole hell of a lot like the person we listened to tonight don't know how to do their job, right? They don't know how to do their job. They're absolutely unfit to be in the position that they're in. That scope of employment is not for them, right? That scope of employment definitely is not for them. I think they should be probably shoveling horse or cow manure, if you ask me, right? Them fucking bumpkins should be working on a farm, shoveling shit. as you clearly heard that law enforcement officer tell me, why don't I go do the job, right? Why don't I go do it? Why don't I do their job? I'm like, really? Well, motherfucker, won't you mail me your check? Right? Won't you mail me your fucking check? If I'm going to do your job, mail me your fucking check. How about that? And she writes to her daddy, I done left. Dear, I'm not stupid. Honey, where are you? Where are you? Ah, bro, look, I get whole teenage rebellion stuff. Trust me, I was there not too long ago, but this ain't gonna solve nothing or prove a point. You out here scaring your mom and dad, that ain't cool, bro. There's someone writing to her. She says, how do you do that? And then there's some numbers. Hold on, I'm gonna put it in content. I'm gonna throw it in content real quick. Hold on 1 second. Wisconsin Mama, you still in here? Could you come up on panel for just a minute, hon? And so I can put this content together.
Yes, PG, what do you need me for?
I just wanted you to talk to everybody or something for just a second. I'm trying to put some content together.
Okay, go for it. I'm just gonna have some stage fright again.
Okay,
Yeah,
I got it. I got it. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's okay. Well, now that you're up, I'm up here. I'm staying up here, so no. No, I'm gonna step down. No,
All right, sweetie.
All right,
I appreciate you. I appreciate you.
Okay,
I thought it was going to take me longer.
No, okay. All right. Bye-bye.
All right. Sorry about that, everybody. Here is the text that the little girl has sent her dad. Right here. She said, I done left, dear. I'm not stupid. And then the 16 minutes ago, honey, he says, where are you? And okay, she is not talking to her dad here. She is talking to a friend that obviously sent this to dad, because that's not dad's Facebook. All right, that is not dad's Facebook there. This is Randy Powers sharing this. So she's talking to someone else. It's Okay, Randy is the one sharing it out. It is to her dad. I'm sorry. Um, I'm sorry. I'm a little mixed up here. So bear with me. I'm trying to get it straight. Randy is sharing it out. This is to her dad. It says, I done left there. I'm not stupid. Um, I don't think a 12-year-old is going to talk like that for one. I done left there. I'm not stupid. You ever hear a 12-year-old talk like that? I haven't ever. I don't. Yeah, I'm not thinking it's her. I'm not thinking it's her. Um, I done left dear. A laughing face. I'm not stupid. Why would she tell dad she done left? And yeah, she is being sarcastic. It's like duh. Only she's saying der. I'm not stupid. Um, honey, obviously you are. Right? Because if you were smart, you would stayed home and where you were safe with your parents. You wouldn't be out there in the midst of someone you don't even know. And how dangerous are they if they're housing you? Right? Nobody, no one keeps no one without a purpose. Right? No one keeps no one. I mean, yeah, grandma keeps you because she loves you. Dad and mom keep you because they love you. Right? Your brothers and sisters, they stand by your side and walk with you and everything because they love you. Aunts and uncles love you. But when you're out there with someone housing you up that really ain't your family or anything, you're in danger because this person does not love you. They are looking to get something from you, right? They're looking to get something from you. What that is, I don't know. They're doing you no favors by what they're doing. She also sent him this photo right here. It looks to me like she's afraid. This photo looks like she wants to cry, right? Like she wants to cry. In some areas out here at 3 or 4 in the morning, is 12-year-olds running the roads. Where I'm at, there's no 12-year-olds running the roads at 3 or 4 in the morning. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. She is not laughing in that pic. That's right, Eden. It doesn't sound like she's the one writing him. It sounds to me like someone else is writing the dad. I don't know why I've got that feeling. I just do. I don't think that's his daughter. In this picture, if you take note, if you know anything about children, if you know anything about kids, if you've ever been into body language, body language, if you've ever studied body language at all or got into studying it, you will know when you see a child's chin quivering the way this girl's chin is quivered. You can see her chin this is crying, not happiness. A child's chin will quiver like that when it is scared, right? When it's scared and wanting to cry, it will quiver like that. Or it's really upset, it will quiver like that. Yeah, that is scary. Hold on, I'll see if I can bring that up closer. If you give me a second, I'll go back and see if I can pull that forward, hon. I'm going to try to pull it forward for everybody. I'm going to try to pull the background forward. Just give me a second and let me see if I can do this. Here you go. This is the background of that picture. That is the curtains. That is the. It looks like some type of mirrors lighting around the room. I and there is a 2x4 next to this window. There's a 2x4 right there. That is a 2x4 with like a block, another piece of 2x4 nailed to it next to this window. Or could the window have 2x4s over it? That's a 2x4 sticking out up at the top by the window there. Does anybody take notice of that? Does anyone take a notice of that 2x4 up there at the top of the window? That is definitely a freaking 2x4 sticking out of those curtains on that window. Do you guys see it? Hold on, I'll try to zoom in on it. Okay, there we go. Absolutely a 2x4 sticking out, nailed. It looks like the window is nailed with 2x4s. Window is boarded up. It looks like it possibly is. Yes. I don't know where this child is, but this ain't good, right? This ain't good. Absolutely is not good. I hope other creators are getting this little girl's picture. I hope they are sharing this out. This little girl absolutely needs to be found. I'm sorry, but she needs to be found. And if you take note, this picture does not look right to me. I mean, she's not my daughter. She's not my child, but with her chin all quivered up like that, it looks like she might actually have something in her mouth as well, right? It looks like somebody might have, like she's got something in her mouth. I don't know. Like I said, she's not my daughter. Let's go back and look at her pictures. Yeah, this is what her face looks like. This is her normal face. That is this little girl's normal face. Now take a look at her normal face. Yeah, she definitely has been crying. You're right. Her nose is all red. Her chin is all quivered up. She absolutely looks like it's possible she got something in her mouth. I don't know. Or else her face is swollen from something. Yeah, actually, I think her nose is. I think her nose is swollen. I'm not sure, but it looks like her nose is swollen. Let's go back and look. Oh yeah, her nose is nice and swollen. Her nose is definitely swollen. Her nose is swollen, right? Definitely. I have no idea what's on the other side of the door. I zoomed in as much as I can, you know, in the background. As we already know, definitely 2x4 behind that window. So she ain't getting out in the windows. And there is a mirror. There's a mirror behind her showing the room. Definitely a mirror back there showing the room. She's got a mirror behind her. I'm going to try to zoom in on that mirror, you guys. I'm going to try to zoom in on this mirror. Let's do law enforcement's job for them. Let's do that for them. Okay. There you go. It looks like you could possibly see a door. It looks like you could see a door over there leading from the room. There's some kind of dirty towel, something draped over, something draped over top of maybe an exercise bike, or it's definitely draped over something over there in that corner. And it looks like it might lead into an unfinished room. The room doesn't, it looks like it's going to lead into an unfinished room. I don't, it could be a basement. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I just know that wherever that room's leading, what the doorway from the mirror past the yellow wall there, it's got something, an old bicycle or something sitting in the doorway there. As you go through, it looks like that room is unfinished to me. I mean, that's what it's looking to me. Or maybe there's another piece of wood up. I'm not sure. But it does look like a doorway, possibly a piece of wood that they used to close off that doorway. I'm not sure. And it's got a Ducky and Bunny from Toy Story sticker on the mirror. That's Ducky and Bunny from Toy Story. That's on that mirror. And that's not clothes. That's not clothes hanging in a closet. That is those, whatever that look like an old, looks like an old, I don't know, an old tablecloth or an old towel or old something. It looks like it's hanging off the side of either a dresser. But if you look at the top, you can tell it's a doorway. And it looks like a piece of wood is, moved at the top. Looks like they got either unfinished wall or a piece of wood. I think it might be a piece of wood, if you ask me. I don't know. And yeah, the wall switch or whatever that is hanging on the wall right there. I don't know if that is a plug. I don't know if that's a plug. I'm not sure what that is sticking out of the wall. I don't know. I don't know if that's a plug, a light switch. I'm not sure what the hell that is. There's definitely something sticking out of the wall right there, something white. And it looks like there's some kind of picture, wreath, like a wreath type, some kind of picture standing back there. Something standing back there. I don't know. I don't know. I think this is outlets in the basement are like that. I don't know. I mean, my outlets in my basement are not like that at all. The outlets in my basement are set back in the wall, like just like they are in the rest of the house. Um, I don't know. The room she's in is pink. Yeah, it is definitely pink. It, the room she's in looks old, don't it? The room she's in looks old. Like it looks like really fucking old. Back in the day, vintage look. If you ask me, it looks old. Back in the day, vintage. The outlet is wired with Romex, and they put a plastic strip over it. I don't know. Yeah, that room looks creepy as hell, if you ask me. Just freaking creepy, right? Left-hand corner. And the mirror behind her goes almost up to the damn ceiling, right? It goes almost all, or actually, it probably does go all the way to the ceiling. It does. It goes all the way up to the ceiling. The mirror goes all the way to the ceiling. It might be a yellow room with I'm thinking that the pink wall is an accent wall. I'm thinking the pink wall is an accent wall in that room. It seems like the room is all yellow with that creepy pink accent wall, right? That's what it looks like. An old mobile home. Exactly. I agree, Angela. The mirrors do look like they're dividing something. The mirrors look like they're used to divide a room. I agree. There looks like there's a baby or a baby doll in the background under this blanket. Um, Hold on, I'm going to pull it up for you. Let me. Hold on, everybody. I'm changing out video. Does that look like a baby back there under that blanket? No, we haven't missed Candus conversation. I haven't got to Candus yet. Um, we're still on. We're still on this little girl. A 12-year-old that's missing out of Tennessee. Actually, Kingsport, Tennessee. It does look like a baby, right? Or a baby doll. Exactly. And you're right. It looks like a basement. Look at the pipes. There's pipes. There's some kind of pipe back there. This does look like a basement, y'all. This does absolutely look like a basement. I think it is a basement. I think she is in a basement. Wow, this is so creepy, right? This is so creepy. If you look behind the baby doll, there is a pipe coming out of the wall and going down to the ground, an L shape. That definitely looks like a basement. That definitely looks like a basement. And if you look where the pipe's coming out of the wall looks concrete. That damn wall back there looks concrete to me. And if you look at the floor, down around the floor, it looks water stained. This looks like a basement to me. And that definitely looks like a doll, a baby, a doll, or a baby. It looks like either a doll, a baby, or a baby back there. Back there. I'm not sure what it is. This is what we're seeing through the mirror. I zoomed in on the mirror so that we could see what the mirror was showing us. And this is what the mirror is showing us. This is what is inside the mirror. The mirror is letting you see what's in the room. This is what's in that room that this particular child is in right now. As of like 12 minutes ago. Right? Yeah, exactly. Beautiful sunflower. Thank you. If whoever has Amaya with you and you're watching this, you need to call the cops and tell them she is with you. Longer this goes, the worse it will be for you, harboring a minor. Please let her go home. Absolutely. Oh, damn, there is a face back there. There is a face back there of someone. There's a face. There's a face back in there looking. There is absolutely a face, it looks like. There looks like there's a face in there. Yeah, right by the plug, there's an eye. If you look below the plug, you'll see the chin of someone and the hair. There is actually someone standing back there. There is definitely someone standing back there watching. Oh, damn, that's freaky. And that ain't a cat, that's a person, because if you look under the plug, you can see half of their chin and their lips. If you look underneath the plug, you can see, if you look above the plug, you can see their eyeball, their forehead, their eyeball, and then under the plug, you can see their lip and their chin back there. There is definitely, looks like someone is standing back there, and they got dark hair. They definitely have dark hair. Oh, absolutely. I'm sorry. There you go. There you go. It looks like someone in black. It looks like someone standing back there. Because if you go down the side of the yellow wall, you can see someone. It looks like they're in black, dressed in all black. Do you see it? I can see it. There is definitely someone in there. Oh, yeah, there's two. There's another one above it. There's another one above it. You're right. It's like two people are standing there peeking by that baby doll. Oh, damn, that's sick, right? That's sick. That is sick. I don't know. If I was these parents, I'd be very worried right now. I'd be very worried. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. There is someone else in there. And it looks like a girl. It definitely looks like a girl. That is freaky. That is super freaky. That is definitely super weird. Um, I'm going to tell you something. That was not my imagination. There was definitely um a face in there. Absolutely. Actually, I could see two, and then I could see another one reflecting out of that mirror. Yes. Yes. Where is Summer? Absolutely. Absolutely. If it's in a basement, he don't give a damn because daddy don't know where the hell it is. And that's part of the adrenaline that makes those sickos really get off, right? And that's what if you understand the minds of these criminals, absolutely, that adds, absolutely they're going to do it. They're going to do it because, what's the odds of you ever finding that room in the basement? Right? I mean, only that sicko knows that room. Nobody else knows that room. Absolutely not. So yeah, I honestly believe yes. That is what makes these people tick. This is the things that they, you know, yes, absolutely. Absolutely. They would do it. Yeah. Yeah, her poor parents. Her poor parents. Absolutely. There's a lot of people have hidden rooms. A lot of people have hidden rooms, especially in the basement, right? A lot of people have them. I had a a lot. I've been in a lot of homes, um, and I've seen rooms like that. You wouldn't even know they exist, right? Until the person showed you. So you're like, wow, right? And people have those, like this one house that was sold. Um, this one house that was sold. You went into the closet. You just thought it was a closet. You walked and just came back out, right? You walked in, you thought it's just a normal closet. Okay, this is nice. And you walked out of it. And then, the realtor said, and you notice anything, extravagant about that closet? And you're like, uh, it's got a lot of shelving in there for your shoes. And I mean, it's pretty nice walk-in closet, yeah, it's pretty nice. Why? I ain't got no complaints on it. You didn't notice anything extravagant about it? Nah, didn't see nothing extravagant about that closet. I have to be truthful. And he steps inside, pops a door open to a whole nother room, right? And you're like, whoa, that is awesome, right? That is awesome. So, you don't ever know. You have no idea. If he wouldn't have showed it, you wouldn't have known it, right? So there you go. Went in the house one time. Was in the house a lot. Was down in that basement a lot. I had no idea there was another room off from the basement as well. None. Till my friend showed me. And I was like, whoa, and I'm not talking a little room. I'm talking a big ass room. So there you go. You just don't ever know, right? Didn't look like none of the house was missing. And I'm one of those people, I size it up. I size it up. You know what I'm saying? Like, could somebody realize that's there? No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. You could walk around the house all day and you wouldn't have ever knew that space was missing. So there you go. No, she's not posing cuties or happiness right now. That you got that right. She definitely ain't posing no cutie and happiness. There's no cutie and happiness, and you definitely can see a face back there. That is a given. That is a given. And this is, I think that this guy needs to be looked into. I really think that this particular human needs to be, he's on her Facebook, he needs to be looked into, right? And most of all, he was in here threatening me. So, and this is where she came up missing from. Right here. So, people, law enforcement don't act like this is a big deal. Well, it's a big deal to us. It's a big deal to her parents, right? It's a big deal to her parents, Gomer. Absolutely. A big deal to her parents. I hope and pray that she is found safe. I do. I absolutely do. I don't know where she's at. She doesn't look good. The picture she sent to her dad does not look good to me. There's definitely a lot wrong in that picture. I don't know all of what's been going on at home in her home life, but I think they could use some family counseling, right? If she makes it back home, that family can definitely use some damn family counseling for sure. Child Protective Services should make sure that gets done. Yeah, she's probably tired of kissing the old dude with liver spots. That might be so. I don't know, Deputy. That could be. I mean, I'm sorry, but sometimes you just need. Sometimes doing this kind, doing true crime, being part of the true crime community, sometimes you need just that break, right? That 5-second laugh. You need it. You need it. Any kind of humor, just to knock the edge off, And Deputy, I appreciate I appreciate that. I mean, I don't know if that's truth or not, but it was funny. It was funny. And I definitely needed something to throw me out of all of this for a second. So I appreciate it. Yeah, if Summer's in someone's basement, Don Wells, and then put her there. Exactly. Whatever happened to Summer. And that's another thing that I talked to law enforcement about today. The second time that I spoke with them. The guy was trying to play nice, right? Probably because he knew what a big fucking mistake he made the first time, right? Which you all heard. But, he asked exactly what I thought about the Wells case, and I told him. And he agreed. He agreed that, Brandis and Candus knows exactly what happened to Summer, right? Brandis and Candus are suspects when it comes to law enforcement. There's no doubt in my mind on that. And, but suspecting, takes a lot of work. You can't convict people on suspicion. You have to have some facts. And I think they do got a lot of facts. Fact one, who was Summer in the custody of when she came up missing? Candus and Grandis. Fact number 2, where was Summer at? Inside of a fucking house with 3 other people, with Grandma and Candus right outside the door, watching the door, looking at the doors. Children don't come up missing inside of homes. That's crazy. They just don't do it. That's bullshit. That's a fact. Fact number 3 is the Wells told everyone that Summer absolutely positively, they could have told the search team that she wasn't there and saved them all the time and trouble of searching. Well, if you can tell a search team about how you could have told them, don't waste their time, she ain't there, then you must know where the hell she is. Right? That's fact. I mean, I can sit here and tell you a whole fucking fistful on one hand and a whole fistful on the other hand of facts about the Summer Wells case. And, and then start over again with some more facts on the Summer Wells case. And I'm going to tell you, when you got that many facts, you got a damn right to be prosecuting people, right? These are all facts. They're all facts. Fact is, Candus came out of the driveway twice that day and she lied. Fact. Right? Candus and Donald Wells both had a missing child and they was doing not a fucking thing to find it. Fact. And when you have a missing child and you're not doing a damn thing to find it, you probably already know where it's at, right? Oh, you're in the resurrection. I got to think about getting my boys back. Summer always, they're still here. Summer always be with me. Right? So they both let you know that your daughter's no longer in this world. So they not only let us know what happened to their daughter, she is no longer with us, but they also let us know in every roundabout way they can that they're sure where she is for sure, right? So with those facts, I think I'd prosecute their asses, right? I'd prosecute the hell out of them. And fact is, the children got took because the home was unsafe. There was negligence in every way you could think of, right? There was abuse, neglect, negligence, all kinds of shit. Prosecute their fucking asses on that, right? The same day Summer came up missing, this grown ass adult woman was giving a child under the age of 18 illegal substance, one being alcohol. Prosecute her ass on that. What the fuck is wrong with Tennessee law? Prosecute those asses. Or do you people have not enough money or ass, or what is wrong with you that you cannot prosecute these people down there breaking the law? I thought that, you break the law, you get took to jail, right? Candus Wells should have been arrested for contributing to a minor on June the 15th named Hunter. Why wasn't her ass handcuffed it up and took into jail? I don't know. Right? I don't know. I think it's because the law don't uphold the law. Right? I mean, you heard the law today tell me to go do their job. Are they going to send me their paycheck? Are they going to send me their fucking paycheck? They're going to sign the back of it? Pay to the order of PG? Are they going to sign the back and put pay to the order of PG? And send it to me? That's what I want to know. What the hell are they getting paid for? What the hell are they getting paid for? When they want we the people to do their job. What the hell is that about? I'm thinking a whole lot. You know what he had to ask me in my second phone call? You want to know what audacity he had to ask me? And this is law enforcement, the same guy you guys heard in the first phone call. You know what he had the audacity to ask me? Is how do I know about all these missing kids in Tennessee? Sir, we're a true crime community out here. How do you not fucking know about them? That's what I want to know. How do you not know about them, right? He actually was upset that I knew about these kids. He's upset. Sir, we know about Quentin Simon too in Georgia, right? We know about the children in Kentucky, right? I think we know about all of these kids because this is what we do. And we do our job a hell of a lot better than you're doing your fucking jobs. And if we were running that law enforcement, Candus Wells would be housed up in a jail cell right now, right? She wouldn't have got away with all that lying bullshit. And Don Wells would have been, right next to her. He'd have been right next to her ass, right? Along with old Candus, Grandis, whatever the fuck your name is. We'd have had all three of them in there. And Jody Sue and Andy as well. Because Jody Sue done incriminated the shit out of him, right? And he incriminated himself. Unbelievable. And none of these people are locked away. By no means, none of them are locked away. They should be, but they're not. Because that law enforcement don't know how to do their job. And this little girl, she should have been found. They should have gone on there ASAP and be checking these people out, right? If we could do all of this tonight, then they sure the hell could have been doing better. They could have been doing better. I mean, they could blow shit up the size of a fucking movie theater screen and look at it. If they wanted to find that little girl, they could. So, it's a I don't want to do shit with that law enforcement down there. I'm going to tell you, this world no longer, America, the America that once protected women and children, that once protected their old people, that once really loved and cared and worked and did their jobs the way that their job's supposed to have been done, no longer exists. It does not exist. They can't keep law and order because they don't want to. They could, but they don't want to. They want to stand there and act like their hands are tied, right? Well, their hands ain't tied when something's going down at their house. It's just tied when something's going down at Johnny Public Citizen, right? Taxpayer. Johnny Taxpayer's house. Then their hands are all tied. I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear that shit at all. When I see a sure son get 20 years, it gets down to 1, and they're trying not even make him do it. This world's become too fucked up for me, right? Because nobody else gets that. Nobody, tax-paying Johnny don't get that. Even Don Wells didn't get that, right? Don Wells had to go sit his ass in a jail cell for 8 months. 8 months. Every damn day of it. And if they'd have gave him 18, 20 years, he'd still be sitting there. He'd still be sitting that ass in there. So, it's not about what you know, it's about who you know. Right? No, I made that plain and clear today too. I have no faith in Ronnie Lawson's word. I did. I did. I really wanted to trust and believe that man. I thought he was a God-fearing, church-going, Bible-thumping, pew-jumping, uprighteous Christian. I thought he was worried about how God's going to judge him in the end. Right? I really thought this man was going to truly do his job and get justice for little Summer. And all I got was disappointed. Right? I just got disappointed. That old fart broke my heart. He broke my fucking heart. Right? That old fart broke my heart. That's sad. That's sad as hell. Ronnie Lawson, you fucking broke my heart. Yeah. I just want you to know. And you didn't only break my heart, but you also destroyed my fragile little fucking mind and ever being able to trust law enforcement again. Right? You messed up my fragile little mind. What can I say? Just ain't a fucking good day for PG. Right? Not a good day for PG. I got my fragile little mind fucked up, my heart broken. Yeah. And I have to probably be crying myself a river of tears tonight, right? Sad. Absolutely sad. Can't believe it. That's how people are. Turn your back and they do you wrong. I'm going to call Ronnie up Monday. Sing him a sad fucking song, right? I'm going to personally ask to speak to him and sing him a sad song. I ain't sure which one I'm going to pick out to sing to him yet, but that motherfucker's going to hear a sad song. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. But yeah, can't believe I got my heart broke by an old fart. That's fucked up. Named Ronnie Lawson. Yeah, you got that right, girl. Wrap your arms around me. Wrap your arms around me. I need a hug. I need a hug. Ronnie Lawson's making me depressed. And I don't even deal with depression, but I'm about to start. Thanks to fucking Tennessee. Hey, girl, I appreciate that, Robin. God bless. Yeah, but on a serious note, this 13 or 12-year-old, I keep wanting to call her 13. She must be having a birthday soon. This 12-year-old little girl, this 12-year-old child, she is a child, needs to be found. I just wanted to come in here tonight. I wanted to share with everyone this horrifying fucking experience that I was put through today. The horrifying experience I was put through in my own chat last night, right? That's where it started. That's where we seen that guy. And here he ends up on this 13-year-old little girl's Facebook. And fucking Gomer Powell ain't taking it serious. That's heartbreaking as hell, right? Because that little girl might not have till Monday. Gomer. That's what I came in here for tonight. While I was here, I wanted to let everyone know that Candus Bly was seen. Candus Bly was seen trashing stuffed animals out of her vehicle at a car wash. Right here is Trevor Lee, 1 hour. Candus was at a car wash yesterday here in town throwing away stuffed animals from her car. Looks as if she's officially moving on, right? Well, I thought about it because I really thought about this, because Candus she sold the kids' toys, right? Then she gave away the kids' toys, right? Well, Summer's toys. Summer's toys. She sold, then she gave them away, then she packed them up. Then they had the big bonfire just a few weeks back, right? When actually the bonfire started before Don got out of jail, but it was still going when he got out of jail, right? And so pretty much the toys packed up's probably in the bonfire. I mean, I'm shocked that she would have anything left to throw away, right? But then again, the damn porch bandit, right? The porch bandit came, waltzing up. There she is, waltzing up there, to take a big old package. And as we see, it sure does look like Candus, not very far from her, where, the porch bandit was, right? Old porch pirate. There you go. Possibility, boom. It was the porch pirate throwing the stuff away because she thought she's been caught, right? There you go. Say, case solved. Probably whatever was in the box was stuffed animals, and she couldn't throw them away at home, right? She couldn't throw them away at home, so she might have had to go throw them away somewhere else, right? I don't know. I just try and bring it out here, right? I don't know. I have no freaking clue when it comes. Actually, Don and Candace Wells, Jody Sue and Andy, right? Allie and them. It's been a fucking comedy show. I promise you. Just one damn big comedy fest, right? It's amazing. It's amazing to see these people act the way they're acting. But at the same time, very damn heartbreaking. Very damn heartbreaking because we got a 5-year-old missing child, and the people that's supposed to be closest to it love it the most. The fuckers that are supposed to be protecting it are the very ones putting on this damn comedy act for everybody, right? Crazy. Unbelievable. I don't know. It is what it is. It is what it is, right? It's like, wow. And it amazes you. It amazes you to see how cold-hearted and calculating some people are, right? It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. I'm telling you, these motherfuckers got the toughest skin. They got the toughest damn. They got fucking alligator skin, right? These people got alligator skin. Tough and thick as hell. Like nothing can penetrate it. And you know, they must have done freaking farted their hearts out, right? Because they don't seem to have any left. If they ever have one at all. I don't know. Right? I don't know. It's unbelievable. Yeah, she needs to go to Clown Island. For real. I'm going to tell you. That's the first thing evil people do. That's the first thing evil people do is play Hatfields and McCoys when they're all tied up in some dirty fucking shit. When they're all tied up in some dirty fucking shit, they play Hatfields and McCoys. And they're not really fighting at all, right? As Jody Sue said, you're not going to turn us on one another, right? You're not going to do that. They're sick. They're fucking sick. Very sick human beings. Not the Wells. Not the Wells. They left out that soft spot. Their soft spot done hardened the hell up. Yeah, she does put the dirty and dirty criminal. That's right. That is the truth. Absolutely. You know, Candus, oh my God. Unbelievable, right? Unbelievable. Every now and then, her sitting back on that live singing comes to my mind, and I have to laugh like hell. It cracks me up. I'm like, wow. Unbelievable, right? I downloaded that shit just to be able to go back and get a laugh, right? It's funny as hell to watch it. Her singing to Ernie, or was it Benny? I think it was Benny she was singing to. That's before she found out Benny wasn't coming back, right? He's like, oh hell no, absolutely not. Run for the hills. And she went after Benny. She is mad as hell at or went after Ernie. She's mad as hell at Benny, wasn't she? She like, bitch, you lied to me. You know, you lied to me. I thought you was going to show up and take care of all this fucking goodness right here, right? this hunk of dirt. hunk of dirt. Oh, shit. Yeah. She thought Betty was going to pop up and scrub it up. Oh, shit. And Benny's like, oh, hell no. Can't do it. Won't do it. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it cracked me up. Absolutely make me laugh. Absolutely, Summer. Say her name, Summer. Absolutely, Candy Kane. Absolutely. God bless. Don and Candace Wells needed to learn her name, right? They needed to learn their daughter's name, Summer Moon Utah Wells. Say it. Talk about her. You know, Who was she? How was she? What was she? They couldn't tell us. They couldn't tell us. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. They can't tell you nothing. But I tell you, she's a wonderful, beautiful, blonde-headed little blue-eyed girl that loved life. She loved God. She loved people. She loved everything. She was so excited. Finally, she's going to get on that school bus with her brothers and go to school, right? She's going to have friends. She was going to get a couple extra meals a day. She was going to learn how to read and write and become somebody in life. And they fucked it all up. They fucked it all up. They destroyed her before she could ever get there. Right? And don't seem to give a flying fucking rat's ass about what they done. No conscience at all, right? Candus, right? No conscience at all, bitch. You have no conscience. You're a filthy, self-centered, self-seeking piece of shit. Always have been, always will be. Trash bucket. It's what you are. Now prove me fucking wrong. Prove me wrong, Candus. Because you can't. You can't. You can't even step up for your own little girl and tell where she's at. You can't let her have the princess funeral that she deserves because you're a piece of shit. And don't laugh, Don Wells. You're no fucking better. You're a piece of shit too. That was your blood, buddy. That was your blood. Candus ain't your blood. That little girl was a carbon copy of you. She was a mere reflection of you, Don Wells. Your little girl that got destroyed, and your ass couldn't step up for either to make sure she's got the beautiful funeral that she deserved. You're a piece of shit as well. She had every right to be laid to rest as the princess she was. And she was a princess, Candus. She was. You're a fucking queen. You're that bitch ass queen. That ugly fucking might as well have been a stepmom, right? In the fairy tale book. Just disgusting. You both fucking disgust me. And grandma, I don't even know what to say for grandma. Oh, Grandis, granny panties. Sit that ass around, act like your leg hurting as you, like Forrest fucking Gump. Like Forrest fucking Gump throws the knee brace off and starts running. Right? It's you, Grandis. You're a lying sack of shit, too. You could have told where your granddaughter's at. You could have got her that princess funeral. And you chose not to. Big old piece of shit. You all know exactly what happened up there that day. Exactly. Sad. Yeah. Gumpiness. Exactly. She's old Forrest freaking Gump. But anyway, law enforcement acts like they ain't got no facts. but I think they got plenty of facts. I think that they could, prosecute with them facts more in way more ways than one, right? They're just not doing their job. I don't know why they're not, why this world's going in the direction it's going. I don't know. I don't know. Other than the Bible says it will go this way, I guess that's why it's going that way. One thing about the Bible, if it says it, it goes, right? If it says it, it happens. Well, it's happening, and the only thing we can really do in this life is get your house in order. Get up every day, do your best to make it to the next life, right? That's what you're here for anyway. Be as good a person as you could be to get where you're going next. You can't let these criminals like Candus and Don Wells and whoever has this little 12-year-old child, you cannot in any way allow these evil people to make you, turn your heart into hatred. Don't do that. Don't allow them. Don't give them that. Don't give them that. Don't give them that, please. Understand the source and move on for these babies. Move on for these babies. Help these babies. Keep these babies in the spotlight. Let this world know that you are for the good, and you're going to continue to keep doing the good for these missing kids because your heart's full of love, not hatred. Not hatred. If the law does not get justice, God will. So we'd have no hatred there. We know justice is going to be served one way or another. Right? We know that. That's the law's job. That's God's job. That ain't our job. Our job is to keep these kids in the spotlight and make sure the law's doing their job and finding them. As you've seen, I was trying to get done today. Right? I was trying to get it done today. And in the second phone call, it seemed like I promoted them to get moving a little bit. As I said, I'd be, glad to share that phone call as well, but it had some of my personal information that I need to edit out of it before bringing it to the table, because I am not letting anyone know where the hell I am, nor who I am. Right? Like the guy came in last night. I mean, I don't know this mother freaker, but he threatens me, right? This is an evil world. This is an evil world. And it is very important that you keep your identity safe for your family. You got to keep your identity safe. And that's what I tell people. That's what I tell them. I have a lot of people, hit me up. They're like, PG, you make a cash app. They want to help me get the computer. And I so appreciate that. I do. I honestly do appreciate people wanting to help me. But, I need to keep me and my family safe. I have to keep us safe. And, I don't mess with any of the Venmo, Cash App, or anything like that. What I do is through YouTube, I do the super chats and super stickers. And that's it. That's all I do. But, for everyone that, everyone that was wanting to help me and in a different way. I so appreciate it. I just I can't go that route. I cannot go that route. One, I don't believe in that route because it's not giving, render unto Caesar's what is Caesar's, render unto God what is God's. It's not righteously doing it the right way. We'll get a lot more in the long run if we do things righteously, right? God knows our hearts and He sees us. But, also, I don't trust. I don't trust those particular things, and possibility people might be able to get a hold of your information. So I have to stay safe. And so I'm so sorry. I appreciate that, Molly. God bless. No, the Wells do not have the fear of God in them at all. The Wells, there's people in this world that righteously worship God. I know sometimes my mouth don't sound like I'm the greatest Christian in the world. I'm probably not the greatest, right? I mess up like everyone else on the earth. But, with I do cuss. I do. I know that, I cuss a little. Absolutely. Well, maybe a lot. I don't know. But, I think what's going on in this world right now at this time, it would make a preacher cuss. I think it would make a preacher cuss. The way, how evil this world has become. Absolutely. Only God is perfect. I'm perfect by no means. Jesus Christ was perfect. But I'm not Jesus. I'm PG. And, I am what I am, whom I am. I try to do righteously by humans, but, people worship God, and there's people that use God. The Wells use God. The Wells are the evil people that holler praise the Lord to try to slide their foot in your door and destroy you. They cannot be trusted. That's who they are. I'm sorry, but that's who they are. And I don't deal with people like that, right? I don't deal with people like that. I call them out for what they are. I don't care for them in the least. And I mean, I expect God to stand up for me, right? I want God to stand up for me. I expect Him to stand up for me. I'm His child. I love Him and I worship Him, right? Well, how am I supposed to expect Him to do all these things for me if I'm not willing to stand up for Him as well, right? How can I say, hey, God, stand up for me, do all these things for me, and I don't do it for Him? We got to stand up for God and call these evil people out for what they are. The wolves in sheep clothing, right? We got to call them out. Or other people will be destroyed by them. Or maybe yourself could be destroyed if you allow it. You have to, you have to know. You have to know who to trust and who not to trust. Who deserves your kindness, your love, your caring, and your help. And the ones that don't. You got to know that. A long time ago, people would people would let you know immediately who you can trust and not trust in an area, right? Like if you lived in an area or just moved there, you learned real fast who to trust and who not to, who to look out for, who not to. And how did you learn that? Because the good people in that area warned you, right? They warned you. So you made it a point to find out if they're telling the truth. So you watch these people they warned you against. And 99.9% of the time you found out, whoa, they knew exactly what they're talking about, right? That is a bad bunch there. Well, if it ain't for those good people calling it out, you could have fell victim to it. That's why we all need to do our part in this world and call evil out so the good don't fall victims. It's not gossiping, it's telling the truth. Don't bear false witness against your neighbors. But there ain't nothing wrong with bearing the truth against your neighbor. You got a bad neighbor, let people know so they don't fall victim. Right? Who are your neighbors? Well, your neighbor's actually anyone that's in your presence. Like everyone in here tonight, we're all neighbors right now. We're neighbors. We're all here together. That's who your neighbors are. Nobody's talking about the person just next door to you. Your neighbors are whoever's around you, wherever God puts you each day. Treat them with love and kindness and caring. All right. I'm going to play out Summer's song. I so appreciate everyone being here tonight. I appreciate, you all being here. I think you have every right to know what was going on today, what originated from our chat last night. Like I said, we are not a me thing here. We are a we thing. We are a we, not a me. We're a family. We are a family. And what originated in our chat last night ended up originating to all of this today. And we all had every right to know what's going on, right? We brought this beautiful, beautiful little girl upon our panel that is missing. We brought her up on panel to ask all people to help her be found and brought home safely. We got threatened by doing that. Well, PG did. And as you've seen what law enforcement today just didn't give a damn, right? Just didn't give a damn. We just saw pictures. Of this child. We just saw pictures of this child possibly in a basement with her nose all red. Her chin quivering. She looked like she's not doing good at all. Right? She's 12 years old. Looks like she's stuck in some basement. Nobody knows where she's at. Right? Nobody knows where she's at. And law enforcement don't feel like it's foul play. And they don't feel like there's no need to get her out of wherever she is right now anytime soon. Really? Really? Is that what this world came to? When law enforcement doesn't make a 12-year-old child their top priority and to find her wherever she is and bring her to safety, we've got fucking problems. We've got problems, people. We need to stand up, we need to stand together, and we need to ask for law reform. We need our systems fixed because they are broken as hell. Law enforcement, court system, child protective services, it's all fucking broken. Right? It's all broken. People that's supposed to advocate for old age, it's all broken. Right? You put your parent, your grandparent, your loved one in a nursing home and they get abused. They get abused. Right? It happens every day. Old people getting the hell abused out of them in those nursing homes. Right? I'm not saying all, but a great lot is. That's my opinion. Sadistics seems to agree with me. Right? On a scale 1 to 10, it's a 10. We're living in some evil-ass times. I mean, it's always been evil in this running the world, right? Always evil is lurking around. But nothing like it is today. Nothing like it is today. Read Revelations. Read Revelations. You'll find out how bad this world is. It names all the things that this world will be. And honey, we're already there. Right? We're already there. You wasn't there in the 50s. You weren't there in the 60s. You weren't there in the 70s and 80s. Right? But you're there now. You're there now. Trust me. We got there fast. We got there fast. I mean, like over fucking night. This place went to hell. It is what it is. It is what it is. We need a lot more caring hearts in this world. That's what we need. We need a lot more people stepping up, standing up for righteousness. We need a lot more people being strong, not weak. You see something, say something. Don't be afraid to step up for people that's in need of your help. Your reward's in heaven. You better remember that. Your rewards are in heaven. God's always watching. He watched if you did or you didn't step up when you had the opportunity to do so. We need to step up. Right? I'm not saying, you have to step up and get yourself hurt. Absolutely not. I'm not saying that. But I am saying that you could use we could all use our smartigans and make sure we help people that need help. You see somebody beating the crap out of his kid in a store or something, you immediately, summons law enforcement in there. Law enforcement's in every store now. Security. You summons security, right? You absolutely summons that security. And you say, hey, something needs to be done. They need to get that person's ID. They need to hold them and call law enforcement. This child's just been abused. They need to do what's righteous for that child. If they don't do what's righteous for that child, get the license number of that car and call and make sure you get justice for that child yourself. Stay involved. If you get involved, stay involved and make sure the right thing gets done. That's what I'm saying. We're supposed to be here. You see an elderly person looking like they're being abused, report it. Report it. Let someone know. Oh, Jeff, I so appreciate that. I so appreciate that. God bless. I am so grateful. Oh, wow. He helped me get the computer. He's helped me buy the computer. I am so thankful. Absolutely. God bless. God bless. I did not expect that. I did not expect that. But it is so, I'm so thankful. It's so welcoming, right? Right now. I need a computer so bad. This computer, I'm so scared I'm not going to be able to come in and do what we're doing because it's just acting up so bad. It's causing so many issues. I've just overworked it. I know it's, I can't blame the computer because I have overworked it. I've really done a lot over the year and a half, right? Just loaded it down and I guess it just can't take no more. It's been through a lot. Okay, but yeah, report it, please. Report what we see. Help where we need help. People need help. Don't just pass them up. God's watching. God's watching. I mean, I don't want to get to heaven and find out I'm one brick short from my mansion, right? I don't want to find that out. Which I really don't want a mansion anyway. I mean, a cabin outside the Golden Gate would be good for me, right? I'll take a log cabin just so I get there, right? I'm not choosy. I'm not choosy, Lord. Absolutely not. I don't personally, there's no log. If all the log cabins are gone, just give me standing room. Give me standing room, right? I'm willing to clean the mansions. I don't even have to live in one. I just clean them all day. Do whatever God wants me to do. I just want to get there, right? Just want to get there. Want to be with the people I love. That's what we're working for down here. So let's keep working. Let's keep working. Let's keep moving forward. And don't let nobody back us down. Right? God said that He gave us a strong, brave heart. He did not give us a heart of fear, but a heart of strength and courage. So remember, God gave you everything you need to overcome whatever obstacles or situations you need to overcome. Evil being the main one. No matter how big that evil looks or how vicious it looks, God gives you the power to overcome it, right? Absolutely. I could have cowered down. I could have cowered down tonight, right? Today, I could have cowered down. I could have said, oh my goodness, this guy was in my chat last night. He's going to do something, take me down, take me out. Oh my goodness. I don't want to bring him out here. Oh, he's with a bunch of Lawsons as kin. I better just let this go. No, I won't. I won't. Absolutely not. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to feel that it's better to leave it alone and just take the night off. I'm not going to do that because I do walk with God and I trust in God. And God made me to be able to overcome any evilness that comes my way. And by God, I would. And I'm going to tell you, I brought it out here for everyone to see. For everyone. to let everyone know what I have found and how law enforcement treated it and why people should not feel safe in this world. Because we seem to have a law enforcement that just doesn't really give a damn about protecting us anymore, right? Especially a little 12-year-old girl. If they ain't willing to protect a 12-year-old, how much less would they protect one of us being older, right? How much less would they protect us? It's disgusting. And that is their job. That's why they get that paycheck. If I got to protect myself, then what the hell are they being paid for, right? What the hell are they being paid for? If this little girl has to sit somewhere like she's sitting right now and not even being looked for, what are they getting paid for? Because it's their damn job to be looking for her, to find her, and to bring her home. And that was their job with Summer as well. And they failed to get it done. Like they're failing this little girl. And you honestly heard that law enforcement man tell me, why don't I go do the job, right? Why don't I go do their job, the job that they needed to be doing, the job that would have took them 5 minutes to do, and they wanted me to get it done? That's bullshit. Absolute bullshit. They have gone wild. They have. They absolutely have. It's so heartbreaking. It is. It is. And a lot of people say, PG, why you seem to be so angry? Because I care. Because I truly care. Right? I truly love these kids. They're just children. They need our help. They need our help. That's why we're here. We're supposed to be trying to help them. I'm trying. I just hope other creators grab a hold of this little girl's picture and start showing it, right? They can be like that law enforcement. Leave her in the dust. Or they can grab that picture and start trying to help find her, right? Up to them. It's up to them. But until she's found, we're going to keep her here. And we're going to keep her picture up. And we're going to keep pushing for her to be found. We're going to keep pushing. Monday, I will absolutely call the detectives. I will absolutely talk with them about what happened and went on this weekend. And I will ask them, please, go find this little girl, this little child. I know she's not a baby. Summer's a baby. But this little girl is still a child, right? She's a child. She's 12 years old. A 13-year-old is a child. A 14-year-old is a child, right? I don't understand it. I don't understand it. I don't understand how people can, act like a child's accountable for its actions. It's not. A child, 12-year-old child, is not accountable for his actions. The parents are accountable for them actions, right? A parent is accountable for the child's actions because it's not making the child, raising it to be the way it's supposed to be. What I'm saying is, this little girl wouldn't have ran away from home had her house been, if her parents would have been a little more stricter, maybe. Or if her parents would have been, a little more open-eared, listening, kindness, right? I mean, this 12-year-old child felt like it was raising itself. It felt like it felt like it was the adult. You don't let a 12-year-old child feel like like it's an adult. It's not an adult. It is a child, and it needs to stay in a child's place. And it's up to the parents to keep their children in a child's place, right? No, those people there are too old for you to hang with. You need to hang with children your age. You can't hang with 16, 17-year-olds that drink and do things that, you can't hang with them even when you are that age, right? You're not even hanging with them when you are that age, let alone when you're 12. What I'm saying is, I think this little girl was keeping company with some children that were, older than her. And she was being misled, right? She was being misled by older people that, she shouldn't even have been hanging around or associating with in the first place. I mean, that's what I got from the Facebook. That's what I got from her Facebook. Some of the pictures I seen her hanging with, what looked to be maybe 15, 16, 17-year-old and she's only 12. She's got no business with anyone older than herself. That's what it seemed like. But, I have no idea. Like I said, she's not my daughter. I just know that something is dysfunctional, or she wouldn't be in a basement somewhere right now that nobody knows where she's at, right? Something was dysfunctional. Mom said, dad was at work, she was at work. So both parents work. Sometimes children feel like, and her brother was, at home to keep themselves, right? They didn't have a babysitter. And at 12 years old, you probably should have a babysitter to watch your kids. I know 12-year-olds don't think they need one, but yes, they do. They're 12 years old. They may open a door for the wrong person. They may catch the house on fire trying to make a grilled cheese sandwich, right? 12-year-olds need someone to be home and, when they get home, right? At least I think. I think they do. You don't ever know what's going to happen. And there should really be an adult at the house all the time. Cops don't want to do their job. Absolutely. They don't want to do their job. But that's not nothing. It's gotten a lot worse. But that's nothing new. Actually, that started way back, right? That started way back. I say probably around, the late 90s, early 2000s is when you really started having a lot of problems with law enforcement. Once upon a time, law enforcement showed up and, you told them what was going on and they went and checked it out, right? They looked it over. They treated you with respect. They told you all the steps to take to get, things done, right? And they even gave you, a number. So, a reference number that you could give showing that they made a report, right? The report number. And it was all good. It was all good. But then some reason you started to call them and they treated you like the criminal, right? Acting like you might be lying, like you're just, anything. They were gaslighting everything to not do their job, right? They was trying to make we the people to the point we didn't even want to call them, right? You calling them for nothing anyway, and they let you know that. And it's just gotten worse, right? Right down to now, they tell you they just don't care. That's what we got told today, right? We just don't care. We don't care. So I don't know. This world ain't getting no better. That's for sure. And I heard a lady on TV, and she was, she was saying, "Oh, I think that seeing all of this stuff going on with these children, we need to get more money into the hands of child protective service workers and so forth so they can be doing a better job." Excuse me? Excuse me? How in the hell is more money going to make them do a better job? How many raises have they gotten? How many raises have they gotten over all these years? Plenty. How much money are we putting into that particular organization already? Fucking tons. And how much are these children ever getting out of it? Not much, right? So I don't think they need more money, lady. I think they need to get up off their fucking asses and start working for that money that they're already getting. And when they start working for the money they're already getting, then maybe we'll think about giving them a raise again, right? There you go. There you go. That's what I got to say. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, it is. People always want to try to make it about, always after raising our taxes and getting more out of us, right? Raise our taxes and get more out of us. And they still ain't fucking doing a good job. Why don't they just try to do their job and let's see how that works out, right? Because a long time ago, people used to do their job, right? They used to do their job. If they placed a child somewhere, they made sure they went back and made, weekly visits, right? They went back and made weekly visits. They talked with the child to see how it liked it at the place, if anything was going on, right? They didn't talk to the child in front of the people. They took the child aside, away from the people, and where it felt, comfortable and able to speak. And if anything's going on, they removed that child immediately, right? They removed it. They went in there and made sure the child didn't have no bruises or marks or anything, right? They made sure that those children were safe because they were doing their job. So many children were assigned to a caseworker, and that caseworker busted that ass and made sure those kids were being properly taken care of. And if they wasn't, they were moved to another location where they could be. But people don't do that no more. They drop them off, they walk away, and then the excuse they use for not ever checking back up on the kid is they lost the case, right? They lost the file. They're so sorry. They're so sorry, but they lost the file on that particular child that now is abused to no return, or even worse, gone completely like Summer Wells, right? There you go. There you go. That's always their excuses. One excuse after the other. I am tired of excuses. I'm so tired of it. We got to quit making excuses. And start putting our foot down and wanting shit done the way it's supposed to be done. We don't want no more excuses. caseloads. And no, caseloads ain't that unbearable. What the problem is I I know a lot of caseworkers. I absolutely know a lot of them. And I'm going to tell you, matter of fact, I know one that actually she quit because they wanted to tell, they actually tried to tell caseworkers how they need to run their household, right? How you can't spank your child. eh, You can't do this or that. They try to stick their nose in their case. Maybe that's a lot of reasons they don't have enough people to fill, to fill the positions as well. It's because they run a lot of people off. You'd be surprised how many quit. How many quit because they don't want, child protective services in their damn business, right? I mean, and a lot quit because they see the shady shit that's going on behind the scenes, right? They see the shadiness going on behind the scenes. Um, if you don't think that, child protective services you know, don't money out those newborns, they do. Don't think they don't get a kickback on adoptions, because they do. And they literally, I mean, they'll give, and this is from what I hear through the grapevine, and I believe it because I have no reason not to believe it from the sources it comes from. But they will give a mother of a healthy child, a healthy 100% drug-free child, a harder time getting back her child than they will a drugged up parent with a drug addicted child. They'll hand it right over back to the parents because nobody wants it. But that drug free baby, they'll try to get it away from that parent if they can. Absolutely. And why do you think that? Why do you think that? They're not on the level as well. They absolutely are underhanded people in child protective services as well. Absolutely, butterfly kisses. Absolutely. I know that to be fact. A lot of caseworkers quit because they cannot go along with that kind of bullshit. They will not go along with it. So maybe that's the reason they got overloaded caseloads, because they're shady as hell, and a lot of people just don't want to work for them. All right, I'm going to. CPS is a nightmare. Absolutely. Dirtiest fucking organization in the world. They absolutely are. They act like they care, just like law enforcement, but as you've seen today, they don't. They don't. It's a bullshit fucking facade. It's a bullshit ass facade. And you have to be like them to work for them. You have to be like them to work for them. And therefore, I don't want anyone like those kind of people showing up, popping up, or even coming around me. The Bible says to, don't walk in the midst of your enemies, but go around them. If you have to go the extra mile around them, go that extra mile. The Bible tells you to do so. Do not go in the midst of them. And, it seems like, anymore that that law enforcement, they're not for us. And if they're not for us, then what are they? They're against you. There's only two things. You got to be for someone or against them. There is no Mr. in between. If they're not for you, they're against you. And it's starting to look like they're against us, right? I mean, they won't go get this 13-year-old or 12-year-old little girl. They won't go get her. She's 12. They're not for her. You could tell that guy was against her, right? He was against her. And then he told me that I didn't know what I'm talking about. And I knew more about what I was talking about than he fucking knew himself about anything, right? Well, where are you getting your information? From the same person you got yours, and you didn't listen and I did, right? You would have knew everything I knew if you would have listened. But you didn't give a damn, and I did. That's why I listened and you didn't, right? There you go. I did care, and they don't care. And that's the truth, right? It's the truth. Oh, wow. My son and I have an interview with our news station here for the way they are treating him. Amen. You know, somebody should notify the news station about this 12-year-old little girl, right? Somebody needs to notify the news station and get them on this. They need to, the news station needs to get a hold of the way this Gomer right here
Hey, this
talked to me, right? They need to get a hold of that particular. They need to get a hold of that particular clip of how law enforcement talked to me about a 12-year-old that needed to be found, a 12-year-old that we popped pictures up that could be in a basement somewhere, a 12-year-old that looked like, she was been crying and couldn't hold back much from crying to take the picture, right? A 12-year-old that looks like she's in a lot of trouble and needing help and is not getting it. There you go. I'm so sad for her. I'm absolutely sad for her, and I wish more people step up and help. I do. I really do. All right. I'm going to play Summer's song out. I'm going to play her song out. I just came in because, like I said, I think everyone here had a right to know what was going on in our chat last night and what it escalated into today. We all have the right to know what's going on with these children that we love and care about and we want found. We have every right to know what's happening. And we will stay on this case, and we will watch law enforcement, and we will see if they do their job or they don't. And I hope to God they got off their butts today and did something. I really do. All right, I'm going to play Summer's song out. As I ask always, pray for her. Please, please, please keep those prayers going up for little Summer. 18 months as of the 15th of this month. 18 months. Ronnie Lawson. 18. You promised and you failed us. And that's the truth. You failed Summer. You failed Summer. You failed this missing little girl by not finding her or the truth. Maybe you can't find her, but you could find the truth. And you can find out what happened to her, and you can use that to prosecute, right? You could do that for her. You could do that for her. You're not even doing that. You're not doing that. I just don't know. I don't know. This is a mess. A freaking mess. But please keep those prayers going up. I think the only one's going to be able to find Summer for us is God Almighty. That's what I told him today when I was at church. When I was at the church today, I let God know that I know he's the only one that's going to be able to help us now. And I'm asking him to do that. So please join me in that prayer and ask him as well. Let God know you know he's the only one that's going to be able to get Summer home. And we sure would appreciate it if he does. In the name of his son, Jesus Christ, right? We sure appreciate it if he does. All right, everyone. Pray for one another. Always know that PG's praying for you. God bless. Good night. I so appreciate all the Purple Hearts and everything going up. That's just awesome that you guys support Summer so beautifully. Quentin is in the video as well. Blue hearts for him. Good night, everyone. Good night.
darling.